Hey, good morning. Guess what day it is? It is NARBC Tinley Day. We haven't left yet. We're finishing up packing, and then we're going to take off. We should be there around 3 or 4 o'clock. That's early enough to get in for VIP and get some interviews done. Come on along. Let's check it out. Also, these are what you're hearing in the background. The girls wanted to say good morning, too. We made it! Tinley!
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm really nervous. This is my first ever interview, so...
Why? Oh, don't be nervous. I'm not the person to be nervous with.
I'm
figured.
Super
easy.
Yeah, you're super cool. I follow you on Retake Rundown.
Oh, do you?
And I absolutely love that.
That's awesome. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and my first question is, what is your main goal with Retake Rundown?
The main goal is I started, if you look at the very beginning, before we turned the page with it in 2025, it was kind of like every other retake podcast, right? Somebody comes on, you have your people on, they tell the story, you get a little bit of information, but I'm horrible. I will squirrel in a heartbeat. And if you watch the early ones, like it's just me, like I'm like, oh, bring me back, right? Like, what were we talking about? So I had to figure out a different way to do it, or I wasn't going to keep going with it. And so I wanted good information. I wanted no BS, no politics, none of the crap, the drama. So, and I wanted to bring something new and exciting. So now we have 3 guests. They're the experts. I'm not the expert. I'm just coming up with the questions, right? 3 guests, 3 minutes apiece, 4, and there's 4 questions, and you know exactly what you're gonna get. When everybody tunes in, they know it's gonna be an hour. You're not having to sit here and wonder if you're gonna sit here for 3 hours. Like I couldn't do it. So The goal was streamline information with no bullshit.
That's awesome, and I absolutely love it. So aside from retakes, what do you work with?
So I have an Eastern red throat indigo at home. So I don't really work with anything. They're just pets, right? Anything else, the only thing I work with is the super dwarfs. But I have an Eastern red throat indigo. Her name is Judith. Aww. She is cool. I have a Chihuahua gecko. We have 4 tarantulas at home and a Rottweiler.
Oh yeah, Blue, right?
Blue, yeah, Blue. You guys have seen him.
Yeah.
So, and then I got 3 mainlands. So
that's awesome.
I just picked up one here at the show today. So
really, that's exciting. Tinley is the best place to do it.
100%. So
and then our last question is just a rundown of where people can find you.
So G.I. Joe's SDs on Instagram. I'm Joe Hull on Facebook. And then of course the Retake Rundown. You guys tune in, check, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Awesome. And thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh yeah.
All right, so Dāv Kaufman.
Hello.
We managed to catch you today. I'm really excited to see you. How long exactly have you worked with reptiles?
Since I was 9 years old. So that was
350 years ago?
I think it was more like 375.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds about right.
And you go on all sorts of reptile adventures.
I do.
Which one has been your favorite?
Australia.
Australia?
I go there every year.
Absolutely.
Always Australia.
That's my dream place to visit.
It is amazing.
And my last question for you, where's Brian Kusco?
I never know. I think he spends a lot of time in the bathroom. I think that he has some tummy problems that
it gets the best of us.
It's not pretty.
All right. Well, we'll let you get back to it. Thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely. Good meeting you.
Here's that for you.
Yeah, so we have several different species here. This right here is a short-tailed alpine garter snake. They're from Mexico.
Beautiful.
This is a California red-sided garter snake. They're very popular. As they get older, that stripe in their belly will turn blue.
Nice.
This is a Santa Cruz garter here at the bottom. As adults, they'll be jet black with a bright yellow stripe on their dorsal.
That's insane.
These are Eastern Garters. That is an erythricic flame. So as they age, their belly and the top of their body will get brighter red and orange. These are blue striped garters. They're native to Florida.
Awesome.
So yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of different species of garter snake. They're every different color and pattern you can think of.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, so Adeline Robinson, correct?
Yes.
How long have you been vending Tinley?
I have been vending Tinley as an artist since, I would say 2021, since 2020 all got canceled.
Oh, yeah.
But I have been coming to Tinley since 2011.
That's awesome.
So I've been vending with different vendors with animals and whatnot.
That's cool. You have a lot of work here on your table. What, if you had to pick one, which one is your favorite right now?
Oh, that's a really good question. Probably that big old marble salamander.
This
you guys
big old
can see
one right
there.
here? Yeah. How long did that take you?
80 plus hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is some awesome dedication.
Thank you. Yeah, I was super excited to be able to bring it, to be able to display it at the show.
Awesome. And where can people find more about you?
On my website, AdelineRobinsonArt.com. It'll link you to all my socials. So we actually do a lot of live streaming where I do live artwork all day and hang out with folks online. So yeah, AdelineRobinsonArt.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Here's that for you.
Okay.
So, Emily, hi.
Hi.
I'm not going to take up too much of your time.
Oh, you're good.
I just want to know, what is the hardest part about taking care of Rex?
Ooh, the most difficult part of Rex is cleaning her tank when it has to be deep cleaned, because she is an alligator, so she's territorial. So we have a mutual respect for one another, but she is still territorial when we go into her enclosure.
Very
So
fair.
working around that.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Oh, of course. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. All right, so Garret Hardle of Reach Out Reptiles is here with us today. Tell us about the snake you picked out.
Yeah, absolutely. So you wanted to pick my favorite one, which is such a dirty question. That's really hard.
I know.
So I just kind of went with my gut, I went with my heart, and I went with a classic here. I think this is a snake that anybody who's seen for the first time is dumbfounded by. I remember pictures, seeing the first. This is a purple golden child. The first one I saw obviously wasn't a dwarf or super dwarf, but it was produced by Nerd, and I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't know snakes could have those colors. I thought it looked like a butterfly. So I love the morph. This one here is dwarf and super dwarf cross. So it's a female. She's going to get 10 to 12 feet, which is like, retics are long and skinny. So I'd say that's comparable to like a big red tail boa. So she's going to have some oomph to her, which is fun. Makes them easy to breed, but also easy to keep. If you have a little bit of experience handling big snakes, you can handle a snake like that. And look at the colors and pattern on her. She's just got, most golden childs are just kind of speckly down the back. But this one has real heavily patterned. So she's got almost like this string of pearls going down the back. And then all these little porthole windows that look like, I don't know. They stand out, and there's little bleached out areas in between them. So it's a beautiful snake. When you walk by, you see it and go, wow. And then we take time to stare at it. There's a lot to enjoy. So
absolutely. I know. I wish I could take that one home, but
she's awesome.
Oh,
check out
gorgeous.
these eyes. They're silver, but they're almost like a purplish to them as well.
Wow.
Isn't that incredible?
That's incredible.
Thank you.
So next question I have for you.
Okay.
is if somebody's coming to you looking for their first super dwarf or reptile in general, what's your favorite piece of #1 advice?
Ooh, that's a good one. How's it going, bud? I think the big thing is like to plan for it as an adult, right? So I would say like this is a fairly big snake for what we produce. This is among the biggest bloodlines that we have actually. So you can get a lot smaller stuff, but this is an animal that if you studied for it, you got ready and everything like that. I think you could keep fairly easily. You learn to work with the animal and everything like that. Even if you got, let's say super dwarves only got this big as adults, if you're not prepared to keep it based on its needs and you're not throwing it in a cage meant for an aquarium fish, you know what I mean? Or maybe some other, like a ball python or something, they live very differently. And you want to know about that. So the biggest piece of advice would be really study the animal to know what you want. And if you can do something like come to the show, we always bring adults so they can get a in life. It's one thing to read a length. It's another thing to like see one, handle one, see what they feel a little bit more comfortable with. Do that hands-on research. Come to like we have events like Retic Fest or whatever in the summers. See them all.
Absolutely.
Figure out what you want. Plan for it. Do it right, and then you and the animal will be happy forever.
Very good. I love that. My next question for you is, how's Chico?
So actually, I'm really excited that you asked this. So anyone that's been following the story, they know I got this little 5-year-old alligator, and he was sweet as can be at the last place. And then I made him this big indoor pond enclosure and everything. And he hides all the time, and he hated me and wouldn't eat for 2 months.
Oh no!
It drove me crazy. So there's been a very slow progression of winning the guy over, and just for the very first, the last 2 meals, for the first time ever, he's not only eaten off of tongs for me, but like jumped out of the water to grab his food items. And so that's like the big first step. He's gaining a lot of confidence. He's getting to be an alligator. You know, he's got the room to do that, like stalk, hunt, jump up. So I'm really excited. What I want to do is win him over and make sure that I get like him name trained and stuff like that, so that he really knows our routine. Because then the big deal is to build him a bigger thing outside. I just don't want to throw him in something he's going to be scared and start reset all over. So I need him to know me, our food sources, our environment, and he's getting there. So
that's awesome.
Really excited. That's something that's a major commitment. I really don't recommend alligators as pets.
We talk about that on our channel too. They don't make good pets. We do have a 3-year-old at home.
Yeah.
But it's a long commitment. That
I mean, it would be the same thing as one of these. We made super dwarves mostly because it gets a awesome animal more attainable for more people.
Yeah.
If you were going to get an alligator, you got to plan for an adult.
Oh yeah,
so
absolutely.
Chico's a male. He's going to get over 10 feet, I'm sure. I mean, hopefully he gets big. I like big alligators.
Right.
We want to give him a big giant palace. So
nice.
But that's hard to do. We're in the Northeast. It's not an easy thing.
Yeah.
So I want to get him out there, full sun UV, naturalistic environment, varied food, all that stuff. But I need him to trust me first. So we're making strides. I'm pretty excited about the future.
Awesome. And then the last question that I have for you is, are you concerned at all, being a retic keeper, with bans that go on regarding retics across the United States?
Absolutely. I mean, retics get thrown in with other species all the time, but really any other species can get thrown in. So for example, in my city in Pittsburgh, they proposed a ban on alligators, which right now you don't need any kind of permits or anything to have an alligator.
Yeah.
You can just go to a local show and buy one, which is probably not a good idea. But then when they went to go write a ban on alligators, first of all, it was a terrible sweeping ban. They didn't understand, kind of like how to regulate these things. This is the type of stuff that makes everything illegal, but doesn't stop anyone from doing anything. And then they said, let's throw turtles in there too, like all turtles. So you would have no longer been able to have an alligator or turtle. And this is what happens when you get people who are not animal people understanding animal legislation. That's where USARK comes in. Honestly, they're the best. We always try to support them fully. You guys should really do an interview with them, but if you can get an interview with them, they'll tell you they are reptile people for reptile people. And honestly, even if you don't have reptiles at home, but you want to see, I mean, we love our snakes. They're our babies. We want to see what's best for them. And when you have if you look at pet keeping as a whole, there's always going to be people who do it wrong because they don't understand, because they're not willing to, because they're being lazy, whatever. And that's always bad for the animals. And ultimately, it's bad for the people who love and keep the animals also. So, yeah, USARK is the place to go. They really help get a reptile opinion in there when this legislation is being considered, so that the appropriate way to go about things can happen.
Absolutely. They are fantastic, and we'll be headed there next.
Sweet. Thanks, guys.
Yep. All right. Hello. You're with USARK. So what can you tell us about USARK today?
So I'm Phil Goss, president of the United States Association of Reptile Keepers, if you don't know what USARK is. And we're here at NARBC in Tinley Park. And we're a lobbying organization or an advocacy group that lobbies for responsible reptile and amphibian keepers. So we're out there protecting the people's freedoms who do it right. Fortunately, not everybody does, but we're working hard for the people who do it right.
Awesome. And how can people support USARK?
So you can check us out at usark.org. It's USARK.org. You can become a member. You can donate. You can come to a show and buy merchandise. We got a whole bunch of shirts and hats and stuff over here on the table. And again, it's pretty easy. Just go to usark.org and you can do it from there.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
That's it.
That's all we need.
Okay.
All right. Brian Kusco, hello.
Sky, hi.
Not today, but maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow, Sky High.
So I'm newer to your channel. What's your main goal on your channel?
Oh, goals, man. Yeah, I'd love to hit 100,000 subscribers. That's not what I usually say, but it would be cool to have a plaque. Now that I've been doing it for, YouTube, not my particular channel. I started with the first channel anyway, my second channel is my bigger channel. And it would be cool to see it hit that mark and be able to hang that plaque, since I've been doing YouTube now for like 10 years.
Oh yeah, you've earned it then, for sure.
It would be cool to have that plaque, I think.
Yeah.
That's a good goal, I feel. But I also I've achieved the other goals already, so that's why I want that. I have that goal now. I've got to meet lots of really awesome people and make really good friends and family, make really good relationships with folks that all started from starting that channel.
That's awesome.
So that's why I also do support my family with that channel as well. So that's a great goal accomplished too. That wasn't necessarily a goal; it just kind of happened.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So yeah, 100,000.
Nice.
That's the next goal.
Now, Dāv Kaufman had some things to say.
Dāv Kaufman always has things to say.
What do you have to say to Dāv Kaufman?
What did he say?
Well, he said you were busy in the bathroom earlier.
I mean, that could have been true, but the funny thing is that on most days he may have been accurate in his random guess at what it is I'm doing. But somehow, and some reason, I have not used the bathroom today. At least not while here at the show. I used the bathroom before I left the house this morning. So
that's good, because otherwise you'd be building up a little too much.
But he was wrong apparently. Yeah, that's pretty light. If you heard some of the things, Dave once out in the middle of the outback threatened to kill me. So,
fun.
And I have it on video and it is on the internet. So
I'll have to find that. You guys will have to find that too when you're done with this video.
Just go find the Australia playlist on my channel and the Brian Kusco channel, and you will run across the clip of Dave saying that he was going to kill me and leave me in the desert.
Oh, fun. Best friends.
Yes, that's why we were friends, yes. I know I got to keep them close.
Oh, yeah. So then, in general, where else can people find you?
Here at Tinley Park, or in California, or maybe in Ocean, Hawaii, swimming with sea turtles. It's a good spot to find me. That's where I was last week. That was pretty amazing. But if you want to find me not in physical person, then you could just go to Brian Kusco on YouTube, or just Google Brian Kusco and read about whatever they say about me on there.
Fair enough. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, and I hope you enjoy Tinley.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Hey guys, it's Saturday. It's still only like 11 o'clock. We're just chilling. We had some pizza, got a drink, and we're going to go back in and find some more stuff. All right. So, and my name is Sky. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Terry.
Nice to meet you. And you work with Dragonwood Conservancy?
Right. I founded it and I've run it for its entire lifetime.
That's amazing. How long is that?
More than I actually want to admit to. The precursor to it was the Cullen Vivarium, and that started in 1963.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And you work with a lot of crocodilians?
I do, yes.
What's your favorite crocodilian that you work with?
Oh, boy.
Tough
It's like,
choice.
what's your favorite steak? Depends on what day it is.
Fair enough.
I really have a love for the Orinoco's, and there are many reasons for that. I've been involved with them for many, many years. Certainly the Chinese alligator, and being that we're one of the only places that's ever bred the African slender-snouted crocs with any regularity, certainly they would be in part of that cadre.
Yeah, that's awesome. You guys do a lot of conservation breeding, right?
That's 98% of what we do, yes.
That's amazing.
Problem that we're having is when COVID went through, we lost over 80% of our donors.
Oh, no.
And as any nonprofit, that's what we live and die from.
Absolutely.
So we're trying to build up another base. We have a website now, finally. It's dragonwoodconservancy.org.
Awesome.
Very simple. And we'd like people to take a look at it. And more than that, if you can donate, we sure need it.
Absolutely. You guys hear that now.
We need power, as in electricity. We certainly need power, as in diesel, for some of the machinery that we have at various locations. And the other biggie is insurance. Our insurance has gone from about $2,800 a year to over $17,000.
Oh my goodness.
In 1 year.
That's
and we don't have any
crazy.
claims. Just the market has gone so crazy.
Yeah.
So it makes it almost impossible for us to keep doing our work when we've got expenses like that we have no way of covering.
Absolutely. That is tough. Well, hopefully we're going to put the link in this video and try to get the word out so people can support you and help out with the work you're doing. It's very important work.
Well, we like to think so. I've been doing it for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody is willing to give us any type of donation, but I would be remiss if I didn't say bigger is better.
Of course.
We really, really appreciate it. You can also see us on our Facebook page, and either of the Facebook or the Google will have ways of reaching us.
Awesome.
Or ways of creating a donation. You are always welcome to contact me. Anyone is. I do not hide behind emails.
Good.
I've become so fed up with, I hate to get on my soapbox here.
It's all right.
I've become so fed up with the lack of communication and bad communication that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
People won't talk to each other anymore.
Communication is so important. I was just talking about that with Brian Kusco.
One single phone call can clear up 20 faulty emails.
That's the truth.
And yet people are so phonophobic. They really are. It's sad because we're losing chunks of information. We're losing the ability to generate information and even more so to understand information.
Mm-hmm.
We've got to get back to it, and we've got to get back to books.
Yes, books are so important. Libraries are so important.
I have a library, a herpetology library, about 3,600 books.
Nice.
That goes along with the rest of my library, which is another probably 7,000 or 8,000 books.
That's amazing.
They are amazing, and they're so much of what we need. And if somebody turns on the toaster a block away, they don't disappear.
Right.
What a miracle.
Right. They're there no matter what happens. Yeah. So, well, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for all the work that you're doing.
Thanks for talking to me.
Yeah.
Very much enjoyed it.
Nice meeting you. Please.
475 over 500. 500 right there, 550 all the way in the back, 550. Looking for 600. 600 over here, looking for 650. 650, looking for 700. 700 guys, 700. Once, twice. Who's got that at 650 right now? Who's got that? 650 sold, thank you very much.
Alright, so just like that, we're back home. NARBC Tinley is still going on today. It's currently Sunday, but we decided to come home today. 2 days was plenty for us, but Sunday is still a fantastic day to attend the show. I really hope you liked this video. I really appreciate everybody that took time to talk to me this weekend. I can't tell you how much that means to me to meet these people and have these conversations. And I am walking away from NARBC Tinley March 2025 feeling like a better person. And that's thanks to the people that I met. So thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please hit that like and subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. And have a great day.